You know what made YouTube a big success? You and you and you. The reason why it became a big success is people were sick of the mainstream media and they were absolutely fascinated by what you created. But why is YouTube now falling? And I think it's falling rapidly. The cause of that is YouTube. YouTube has completely alienated the you in YouTube. I mean, just to give you an example, well, there's a lot of examples, but for example, the promoted videos. If you do anything about current events, it's almost always the video that's going to be promoted after yours that isn't going to be another creator. No, it's going to be like CNN or Fox News or NBC, not you. I mean, you could forget about any help from YouTube to promote their own creators. They seem to think there's something horribly wrong with your commentary. No, we have to listen to, for example, Leslie Stahl on 60 Minutes talking about how horrible YouTube is or whatever. So that's the big thing, is they're not at all promoting you, and the big censorship issue. I mean, it's gotten absurd. Last March and April, I believe, if you just said the word coronavirus, just in passing, your video would be demonetized. And now, if you talk about the election, in November election, honestly, they're gonna just probably take down your video. So you can't even talk honestly about it. They're acting as Lord High Censors, and show you why this is causing the downfall of YouTube. Best example, Joe Rogan. Now, Joe Rogan doesn't have any real axe to grind, but his sin in the eyes of YouTube is he's curious. He's curious. His interviews are interesting. He'll look into anything. He's curious about things. And as a result, YouTube, their top interview channel, they were not promoting it. I remember him a couple of years ago talking about how his views were way down from YouTube because they weren't recommending Joe Rogan. So guess what, YouTube? You blew it. You lost. You probably arrogantly thought, where else is he going to go? Well, he's going to Spotify. So goodbye, Joe Rogan. That's on you, YouTube. You were idiots about that. How could you lose your top interviewer? Just absolutely amazing. With your, this is where get woke, go broke. This is what's happening. You've embraced this social justice warrior mentality, and get woke, go broke. Now, fortunately, there is a growing alternative to YouTube. The you in YouTube, such as me, I'm one of them now for the last couple of weeks. Many of the you in YouTube are discovering Rumble. Now, I tried Daily Motion a couple months ago. I don't know, just technical issues with it. But Rumble, I'm very happy with. They still need to make certain technical adjustments, but that's fine. I joined a couple weeks ago, and guess what? Already my views on Rumble now, because they promote your videos, are way higher than my YouTube views. In fact, YouTube, I know they're actively trying to suppress my videos. My last video about the Democrats verifying signatures carefully in the upcoming recall petitions for Governor Gavin Newsom on YouTube, they got only a little over 100 views, whereas on Rumble it got over 1,300 views. So in other words, 13 times as many on Rumble than on YouTube, because Rumble is actually promoting the you. That's what YouTube should have been doing. Instead of alienating them, they're promoting them. And Oh, another beef I have is how YouTube uh, has been promoting places like Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel. Oh my God Almighty! Stop with it. Another reason for this, beyond just the social justice warrior mentality, I call it the Marie Antoinette mentality. It's that you've got billionaires and millionaires running YouTube, and they think the average person wants to watch Jimmy Kimmel rather than you peon, you deplorable. So, my recommendation to everybody that's dissatisfied with YouTube. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, I've got the link below to my Dummy Funnies channel on Rumble. So if you there's a lot of issues or topics I won't be able to talk about. In fact, I won't even try to upload them to YouTube. That you'll be able to find them on Rumble. But where was I? I lost my train of thought. The thing is, the more that YouTube alienates their own users, the greater Rumble. Rumble has experienced great growth right now. The only thing I would recommend for Rumble is, oh, and by the way, real quick, they do monetize your videos on Rumble. So, yes, that's a big plus. But the only other thing of a technical nature I would say on Rumble is maybe they need to figure out or start live streaming. This would help channels such as the Brian Craig Show. He live streams the Steve Kane Show on YouTube, but at the current time he would be unable to do that on Rumble. So that's something I would recommend Rumble to do. I'm sure they will. I've heard that they are planning to do that. And by the way, it's going to Rumble as an alternative. It's not just for conservatives. There are a lot of liberals that are going to appreciate the freedom that Rumble allows. Perfect example, Jimmy Dore show. Just a couple of days ago, I saw Jimmy Dore questioning the DNC and how they fixed the caucuses in Iowa earlier this year. Of course, that leads to the question: if they fixed the caucuses in Iowa to hurt Bernie, I wonder what their attitude was as far as the November election. So, Jimmy Dore, I would recommend that you at least set up a channel, your channel on Rumble, because you might get rumbled out of YouTube the way you're going to taboo subjects. So that's it. That's my recommendation for everybody. You don't have to just shut down your YouTube channel and just go exclusively to Rumble, but have your Rumble going, because you never know. You might have that decision made for you by YouTube the way they're going on their censorship track. They might just shut down your entire channel. Then at least you'll have a channel going alternative on Rumble. And by the way, my Rumble alternative is right now it's way overshadowing my YouTube channel. So that's my recommendation. And like I say, the U in YouTube is in a process of rapidly moving to Rumble. See you guys later.